You're watching Question 5 in a 5-part series, 5 questions to ignite clarity, motivation, and success. Question 1 was about your level of inspiration. Question 2 is about your critical success factors, your personal power and special insight. Question 3 was about your dreams, goals, and plans, and do you have them written down? Question 4 was about time management. Are you a master of time management? Question 5 rounds out all 5 questions. Question 5 is, what are you avoiding and what needs your attention? When I think of avoiding things, I think of Captain Edward Smith. Captain Smith was the captain of the Titanic. And most people don't know, but in that evening prior to the disaster, Captain Smith was in contact with no less than 7 other captains in the area who had stopped their ships for the night, shut down because it was too cold and too dangerous. What happened to Captain Smith? What did he miss? Well, the topic is avoiding things. And I call it the human condition. We are human animals. 80% of us and 20% of us. The 20% is the intuition, 80% is the instincts. The instinctive part of us likes to just keep going. The animal side, we're in the groove and we don't want to change and we don't like change. As long as things are successful, we just keep going in the groove until the groove becomes a rut. And when the rut happens, the intuition has to kick in and say, stop, wait a minute, we can't go any further. And perhaps that's what happened to Captain Smith. He was going to retire at the end of this, the greatest ship ever built with one of the most successful captains. Maybe it all got to his head. Who knows? But it was a massive judgment error. So I ask you, what are you avoiding? Think of one thing that you're avoiding and it's been a while, something you need to deal with. Take a look at your life and your career and all of the things you're doing. Are you where you intended to be? Is it time to make some changes? Maybe it's relationship, it's home related, whatever it is. What's this? Nail down this one thing that you'd like to overcome. I'm often asked what I do for a living. And I say to people, if you were driving a car and you got a flat, what would you do? You get out of the car and you fix the flat. But what's interesting, 80% of businesses, they don't fix their flat. The sales and marketing problem, the hiring, the culture, the employee issues, everything, they don't fix it. Operations, they ignore those things sometimes. And the first thing we do when we come in is we get those issues fixed and get them on the right path. But the second question I always have to ask is, how did we get here? How did we avoid these things? Why did we go on so long without fixing the flat? Because if we don't create a process to overcome these things we ignore, we're going to stay in the bottom 80% of businesses and not reach the top 20% that already have a process in place. So think about the one thing that you'd like to overcome. Okay, and what I'm going to suggest you do is, first of all, make 3 strategies that you can employ that would help you overcome this issue. Okay, in addition to that, write the steps out of each one of those strategies and take a look at them and kind of decide which one would be the best and maybe easiest to carry out. And you can start chipping away at that a little bit each week. Something else I'd encourage you to get is a mentor, a friend, someone who's been down that road. You reach out to Idea Firm. We offer coaching and we'd be happy to talk to you about a situation. But talk to somebody as you go through that process and listen to their insights. So as you move down that road, I want you to next write a vision statement. A vision statement is what your life is going to be like when all of this is behind you, what it's going to be like when this thing is past you and you're on the right path. You want to continually read that. I would say morning and night, and allow that energy to take over. It'll make a huge difference. Another simple thing but important thing is I recommend people have a personality behavior profile. The personality behavior profile will help you take a look at your strengths and then your weaknesses. Those things that we avoid, they don't come through our strengths, they come through our weaknesses. Unfortunately, we need to know, I call it our blind side, and we need to have a team of people or coaches we can talk to about those things so they don't happen. The last thing I would suggest you do is, every week as a reward for working hard, we go out to dinner, we have maybe special drinks, sports, activities, whatever it is we like to do, stop doing them. Focus on overcoming this issue and bring those things back into your life as a reward when you do the things that you need to do to overcome those obstacles. That is healthy, mature rewards. And if we don't do that, we're not getting control of ourselves. Look, we are the human animal, as I said. We seek pleasure and we avoid pain. We are no different than our dog. We want the biscuit. If you cut all those personal things out of your life, you can't wait to have those back. Just like your dog wants a biscuit to do a trick. Listen, I hope you've enjoyed this. I look forward to seeing you in the future. I hope you take all these 5 strategies and have a great 2023. Perhaps it's time to raise your game. For the past 20 years, we've worked with hundreds of entrepreneurs and leaders in our Clarity and Focus monthly coaching. Send us an email. We'd enjoy hearing from you. Share this with a friend and subscribe below.